What's good, y'all? Welcome back, and we got another dish to help you widen your back. So we got a banger for the holidays, for any time. And honestly, the way that you make this dish at home will be 10 times better than anything you can get at a restaurant, all right? So we're making a broccoli cheese casserole, but we loading that thing down with some chicken and making it a full meal, basically. You know what I'm saying? So look, we're gonna make it real simple for you. Look, all the ingredients will be in the description box below. Now make sure you also hit that subscribe button if you ain't already subscribed. And even if you are, share this video with like 3 people that you know that's gonna enjoy some food like this. And also tap the notification bell so you can be kept up to date with all the new recipes coming. But without further ado, let's get it.
I do my thing in the kitchen. My name is Cord, I'm for the culture, and I'm here with a vision. We here to talk, chop it up. They say the odds are stacked against us. We ain't seen that bet. And the things we do in kitchens, y'all ain't seen that yet. Yes, Lord, let me talk. Listen, man, we here for a good time, not a long time. Matter of fact, we here for a great time. You know, turned into Kitchen Culture Podcast.
So we're gonna get us about 4 to 5 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Make sure they wash the patty dry first, of course, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead and hit these with a little bit of avocado oil. Only thing we season these up with is some Cajun seasoning, that's it. Cause look, we got so much flavor that's gonna be coming from the casserole. You ain't gotta OD on this, all right? So whether you're using Tony's, Slap Your Mama, or in my case, I'm using a Chef Alden B's Southern Made. You can tell, bro, from New Orleans for real, cause like the flavors on this, crazy words. So anyway, go ahead and get this mixed around. And again, we not seasoning this down, you know what I mean? You don't even gotta use the ancestors for this part, for real, you know what I mean? Just a little pinch. Just a little pinch. All right, we're gonna set this aside. All right, so anytime you're doing a cheesy dish like your mac and cheese, your potatoes au gratin, or, you know, broccoli cheese casserole, I'm gonna say it's best to go ahead and grate your own cheese, all right? So we got some Sharpe cheddar cheese and some Sharpe white cheddar cheese. Look, the white cheddar cheese is just for razzle-dazzle, you know what I'm saying? The Sharpe cheddar do you just fine. All right, so in total, we're gonna need about 2 cups of cheese, but by all means, more is more when it comes to a cheese dish, you know what I'm saying? Up to a certain point, but so what I like to use is this little machine here because look, instead of doing it the old school way and getting a elbow, like getting a shoulder workout and stuff in, this, I'll link this in the description box below. It makes things so much easier, you feel what I'm saying? And this ain't even a sponsored post, this is me just trying to push out on game. But, you know what I'm saying, put your cheese in, you can put your vegetables in and stuff like that, rotate it, and boom, just like that, you have it all set. Yeah, so the 2 cups of cheese is just like a guideline. It's not a hard set rule. I'm not even gonna follow that. I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and grate all of this up. Better to have and not need than to need and not have. So we grate our own cheese just because like the pre-bag stuff, usually it has like a cornstarch coating around it and it makes it harder for the cheese to melt. So free game if you didn't know. All right, so look, we got us a gang of some broccoli florets, all right? Listen, make life easy for yourself. Just get the bag stuff that's already cut up, you know what I'm saying? Get that, but we still gonna cut this down in a little bit smaller chunks, you know what I'm saying? We want this to be better dispersed throughout the casserole. Cut this down by half or about like a third of the original size, just so that way, like I said, it kind of works better throughout your casserole. So I got about 4 to 5 cups of some broccoli florets. So we're gonna dump our broccoli into a deep pot. So here we're gonna go ahead and add us in 2 cups of some reduced sodium chicken broth. Then we're just gonna season this up a little bit now, cause we still got seasoning that's gonna come from the cheese sauce, so you ain't gotta go crazy on this, all right? Look, so what we're gonna do, come through with some nature seasoning. A little bit of garlic powder, a little onion powder, black pepper, and some smoked paprika. So let's go ahead and get this mixed around real quick, like so, like that, real quick and easy. So once your liquid come to a low boil, what we're gonna do is go ahead and cover this on up with a lid, reduce that temp on down, we're gonna let this simmer for about 10 minutes. So while waiting on that to finish up, you gotta tap in with my cookbook, Kitchen Culture, all right? The best big bag cookbook on the market. I mean, it ain't all big bag recipes, it's like a good 3 vegetable recipes. You know, I kind of felt like I overdid it a little bit, but just let me put you on real quick. So it's all sorts of recipes up in this thing. So you got some buffalo chicken sliders up in there, honey chipotle garlic shrimp, you know what I mean? Cocktails, hey, that's me. Some basil garlic lamb chops, deep fried ribs, you know what I'm saying? It's all sorts of stuff in here, from deep fried goodness to holiday meals, mac and cheese, cocktails. The possibilities is endless. But look, grab you a copy of the book through my YouTube shop or hit the description box below. But back to the recipe though. So we're gonna go ahead and hit our skillet with a little bit of avocado oil. So grapeseed oil or vegetable oil will work just fine too. All right, lay your chicken down away from you when you do this, all right? While these are searing, you know what I'm saying, we locking in that flavor, so we're gonna go for about 6 to 8 minutes each side. Now, look, if your thighs ain't cooked all the way through, don't trip on them, because look, we still gotta throw these in the oven, they gonna finish off cooking in there too. All right, so see, that's what we want. We want a nice melanated and beautifully brown color. Ooh. All right. That's what your chicken should be looking like when it's done right there. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So look, go ahead and set this aside on the cutting board. Let that chicken rest for a little bit. And in the same skillet, don't wash none of that out, right? Because we finna use this to make our sauce. So what we're gonna do in the same skillet that we cooked the chicken in, drop in 2 tablespoons of Kerrygold's garlic and herb butter. Just gonna melt that on down right quick. So we're making a roux. So a roux is simply equal parts fat and flour. So we're gonna go ahead with 2 tablespoons of some all-purpose flour as well. All right, so we're gonna work all this in to get that flour out. All right, you don't wanna taste no flour. So just kind of work this into your butter and everything. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and add us in a pint or 2 cups of some heavy cream. So now them same seasons that we used from before, we're just gonna run it back. So you ain't gotta season heavy because we've been seasoning in layers. You feel what I'm saying? So just a little bit of that onion powder. All right, a little garlic powder. Some of that smoked paprika and some black pepper. So now what we're gonna do, just get everything mixed around and incorporated in until it's one nice mixture. So we're gonna bring this up to a low boil, and then we're gonna reduce that heat down and let it simmer for just about 5 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and cut our chicken up into bite-sized pieces. Now again, if it ain't completely done, don't trip on it, because again, this is going in the oven. It's gonna finish off there, but cut these into, you know, desirable size chunks for you. Maybe about like 1/2 inch, something like that, you know? All right, we're gonna throw us a little bit of that cheddar cheese that we grated up earlier, and just work that on in our sauce. Now look, this looks a little thick right now. Don't trip, because once we mix this around with everything that's going in the casserole, it's gonna loosen back up, okay? And we're gonna add us some mozzarella cheese up in that thing. Yes, it's bagged. It's bagged. But that mozzarella is gonna give you that cheese pull that you need. All right, so now I'm all about shortcut if it makes sense. So we got some bagged rice. It's white long grain rice. I'm gonna get 6 cups of this. Add this on into whatever baking dish you're gonna use, whether it's a casserole dish, cast iron. I like cast iron when it comes to casseroles, but that's just me. So look, just add it on in. All right, we're gonna add all of this in. So we're gonna add our broccoli plus the broth on in. And add that chicken on in. Get you a can of some cream of celery or cream of chicken, whatever floats your boat. But this cream of celery is gonna hit. I'm telling you now. And we're gonna add that sauce on in. Oh yeah. This is the fun part. And now we mix. Make sure everything is well covered and coated. All your rice, chicken and all that. So look, always at this point, make sure, test your work. Make sure you got everything right where you want it. So, all right, so if you need to add you a little bit more salt, add a little bit more salt at this point. So one thing you can't do is go backwards if you got too much. So now we're just gonna spread that cheddar cheese around on the top. This is the fun part right here. Ugh. Spread that cheddar cheese around, get it all over and cover it on top. We want a nice little blanket, a nice little golden blanket over the top. All right, now before we pop this in the oven, go ahead and just hit the top of this with a little bit of smoked paprika, or you can use regular paprika, you know what I mean? Save you a couple coins. All right, then we're gonna throw this in the oven at 350 for about 20 to 30 minutes. Man, cheddar is who? Oh, all right. That's crazy. Woo. Yeah, that's another one, y'all. Oh, yes, Lord. And another thing. No, I'm through.
Yes, Lord, let me talk. You tuned into the Chef Core in the kitchen. We here for a good time, not a long time. Matter of fact, we here for a great time. Yes, Lord, let me talk.